Philip. Or is that Graham? I can't tell the difference. Phil, you were meant to come here this morning at 11 o'clock. It's 1:15 and you've not arrived, so I'm getting a bit worried. Anyway, if it's difficult for you today, don't worry. But if you could give me a ring and we could rearrange. I won't be around tomorrow. And it's starting to get urgent, so I hope you can ring me soon. Thank you very much. Philip, you've been in my office while I was absent. You have absolutely fouled up my systems. You've connected whatever to whatever, which is not exactly what you were told to do. You were going to install the new trust computer in a separate location. That is the computer we are going to connect to the internet. We were going to leave the Hewlett-Packard isolated, but you haven't. You don't listen, you don't care, and you are appalling in business. Now, I want you back here today, this time, on what day am I? Thursday the 17th of March 2005 is 4:34:40. Now, I hope you're hearing this well because I am going to speak to your uncle. You have no permission to tamper with my systems. You don't take proper instructions, and you and I must meet very soon. Now, if you're not back here this afternoon before 5:30, I will track you down and bring you back here. I am absolutely furious with you. You've left me an absolute mess. I'm now going to fail my clients, I'm failing my boss, and many, many other people. Now, I suggest you ring me soonest. I left you a message earlier. It was very clear. I didn't expect you here today. I was actually worried about you this morning, and I'm more than worried about you now. You can ring me at home. I am so furious with you. I'm going to ring the mobile now. I don't even know where you are. I'd love to know. I'd love to know. You must come back here and reverse what you've done. And if you lose my information, I will sue you until you leave the country. You'll never, ever come back. You'll never, never be a computer analyst in this country again. I am so angry with you and your uncle. And you can tell him I said that because you think I don't know who he is, but I do. Please ring me as soon as you can, and by the time you get here, I shall be calm, I promise. You've left my office in a mess. It may have looked a mess to you, but remember the day I walked into Solutions, whatever you call it, in the High Street bag shop, I picked up your post, your bills, and put them, well, they weren't bills, they were invoices, into the post box, because you and your little partner then didn't have the capability of even keeping a tidy shop. Now, I suggest you get back here. You've got less than 1 hour. If not, I'm coming out and I'm going to find you. Please ring. And if you're stuck in somebody else's office and you're fouling up their system, tomorrow morning I'm on. Thank you, Philip. I'll try the mobile now, and I've got 2 lines here. So if you're listening to me, you could be dialing on your line to get through to my second line. That would reassure me while I get rid of my temper. Philip, I would very much appreciate it if you pick up the telephone. Now, if you don't, I'm going to do everything I can to block everything you know of. Please pick up the phone, and please don't laugh down the phone at me. All I want you to do is simply reverse what you have done this afternoon. When you've done that, I will pay you for that work, and then you and I can end our contract, can't we? Because remember, we have a contract under the law. Now, my solicitor actually sits downstairs, and he will confirm to the court what you did today. Do you know what you did? How long have you been in business? Have you checked out the legalities of tampering with someone's database? Now, I was concerned about you this morning, and actually I'm more concerned about you this afternoon. And I'm actually even more concerned about your good uncle. So I would be obliged if you call me back and you and I can make another date. Perhaps tomorrow morning would suit you better. Philip, also the the reason for me being here when you visited this office was for me to lift down the box on top of my cabinet to give you all the CD-ROMs you needed. When you had all the CD-ROMs, I don't doubt your technical ability, because then you would have been able to set up this system, Hewlett-Packard, as it should have been. Because if you'd have just listened to what I said to you when I very first met you, Hewlett-Packard gave me a half-cocked system. And the young man that came here and sold it to my boss was simply trading off his father's back. Now, he left me a lot of gear. I am not a computer technician. I never ever will be. I am an end user. Now, when I walked into your little offices over at I thought, here's two guys who really know what they're doing. And you come, actually, with very good references. Now, you're about to foul up your whole future. So I suggest you give me a call, and you and I arrange to meet, and you come over here, and you put this Hewlett-Packard back to the way it was today when you walked in, even with its faults, because I have a great claim against Hewlett-Packard, and they are going to pay me. And the money they are going to pay me is going to pay you extremely well for setting up this beautiful trust computer, which is the future. And you were my chosen, what do you call yourself, computer analyst. You were going to put me on the internet. You or your company were going to get me involved in the inland revenue situation, and you come with good references regarding that situation, because as you well know, the inland revenue no longer use EDS, but they will have for many, many years to come part and parcel of the EDS system. Now, there's a great deal of money to be made here for a nice young man like you. That is your future. It is also my client's future, and sitting in this little office that looks very ancient to you is probably 400 people who rely very, very, very much on my boss and on me, and now on you. So, Philip, I think you should be sensible. Give me a call, and we'll sort out another date, and you will come back, and you will put me right. I hope I can print out what I've typed into this machine today, because if I don't, it's going to cost the Football Association a great deal of money. Now, they're a government-backed situation. That is very, very heavy. Do not be fooled by what you see, Philip, because I wasn't the day I walked into your offices in the High Street. That's the reason I took your post. You needed help. And I was very happy to offer you secretarial services. But anyway, I think you and I must meet soonest, and I promise I won't shout.